your head on my shoulder.
Hey y'all, it's Crystal Jade. Do you like my feet? Today I'm coming at y'all with a story time video of the day, the week actually, that my dumb ass became homeless. So stay tuned. Okay, y'all listen. I was having a nice year last year, you know what I'm saying, 2019. Some bad stuff happened, obviously, because I'm about to tell y'all about it right now. But 2019 was actually a good year, you know what I'm saying? Like, many good stuff happened, you know? And I should really stop taking 2019 for granted because it wasn't that bad of a year, not compared to this shitty year. But last year I was happy. I was in a happy relationship. Now it's just complicated, but like, you know, I was in a happy relationship, and so he didn't come with me to homecoming. I went to homecoming last year. I was a senior back when we were allowed to go to dances. But like, you know, I went to homecoming last year in September. Okay, I went with my friends, and it was just a fun night, you know. It was like the one time that I actually thought that I got along with everybody and that I liked everybody, you know. Well, that wasn't the case, obviously. I mean, who likes everybody? Kudos to you if you do. But I was having a fun night, you know. I was greeting everybody. I was even greeting the people that I never thought I would talk to or greet, you know. It was a fun night. Everybody turned out nice. Everybody was looking cute, you know. I was with my friends. I was dancing. I was a crackhead that night. Okay, I was a crackhead. I got up on the stage and I started dancing. People took videos of me. I didn't care. That was crackhead me that night. Okay, but like, yeah, I was tea, you know. I was turned. I was living my best life. After that, we went out to eat. I was vibing with my friends, you know the vibes. And then I came home to my parents. They were actually very proud of me for being good that night because, believe it or not, I'm not necessarily a good child, or at least I wasn't. So they were proud of me for not getting into no monkey business that night, you know. When I came home, and I'm that type of girl that like to sneak out, okay, because my parents are strict and they don't let me date. And if I do date, they don't like the people that I date. So I technically have to, you know, have sneaky link ups and stuff, you know, the vibe. So when I came home that night, honestly, I waited for my mom to go to sleep. And when she went to sleep, my boyfriend at the time, he's still my boyfriend, but like, we don't date, but we might as well date, you know what I'm saying? Because we act like we date. It's that type of thing that you single but you in a relationship at the same time, okay? That's still my forever. That will always be my forever. But we were actually dating at the time, so me and him, right? I told him to come pick me up because my mom sleep. My dumb self, okay? I called him or whatever, you know. I called him up, told him to come pick me up because he has a car, and so he was down, you know. He came. He lived like 20 minutes away, so he drove here. It took him 20 minutes, obviously, but like, he drove here, and then, you know, I left. I left to go get him. This is where it get messy. Okay, so I left to go get him, and we come up here. My dumb, goofy looking told him to come up here to my house, to my room, okay? After this whole situation happened, he even called me slow because, yes, it was a very slow decision to have a boy up here while my mom was still in the house, right? So my dumb goofy looking self brought him to my room, right? This is where it get rated R, okay? I'm not gonna explain everything that went down that night. I'm not gonna explain all the stuff that we did, but he came in my room and we just started, you know, boom boom shebang, right? But like, no, we was cuddling, we was talking at first, and then you know that it escalates, right? Yeah, that's what happened. It escalated and boom boom shebang. My mom freaking wakes up, G. She come in my room, right? And she says, "Who's there?" Looking. Yeah, she said, she was like, "Who's there?" And then me and him was scared as a we was scared, okay? We kept quiet. We acted like ain't nobody was in the room, to be honest. She just kept on repeating, "Who's there? Who's there?" She was like, "Oh, Crystal, turn the lights on." I ain't turn the lights on. And then she gonna come in here and turn the lights on herself just to see me and my boyfriend half naked on this bed. You feel? Boy, was I humiliated. Gee, I was humiliated. Like, she talking about some, "Oh, I knew you and that boy was up in here because I smelt it. It stank." Okay, girl. How the fuck do it stink? Okay, anyways. But she apparently smelt it with her good sense of smell. And she talking about some, she heard everything. I'm like, everything? Boy, was I humiliated. Like, and then back to when she had caught us, right? Every time I think of that night, I get PTSD. G, like, I dead ass, I get PTSD. She came in here. My boyfriend got to running. He was scared. He thought she was about to call the cops on his ass. Like, he got to running. I was crying. I was humiliated. I was crying. I didn't want to stay here any longer. I was very embarrassed. You know, I thought I was going to get a beat down. I was crying. My dad was at work that night, and I just didn't want to see him again because I feel like if he were to come home, I was going to get a straight beat down, you know? And so my boyfriend ran, and I was crying. I was like, "Don't leave me," you know? And then I ran after him. No shoes, no nothing, G. No shoes, nothing. I ran out the house without no shoes, and it was raining that night, G. Mind you, it was raining. I ran after him. He was like, "Babe, you know, you need to go home. You can't come with me," because his mom is strict too, and his mom would have probably gave him a beat down too if I were to go with him. But the nice boy that he is, he let me go with him. I was crying. I was like, "Babe, you know, I can't do this. What am I supposed to do?" He was nice enough to like let me get in the car with him. We drove to his house. I literally didn't think that I was gonna be here anymore. Like, this is my house. I literally did not think that I would be back here at all. Honestly, like, I thought I was gonna be homeless. I am so grateful that I was able to even finish senior year. Like, a big part of me thought that I was not even gonna be able to finish senior year. Like, I thought I was gonna be homeless for life. I thought I was just gonna be all messed up. So we get to his house. We vibing, we having fun, even though I'm completely depressed and completely worried and completely tired and exhausted. Like, we still vibing, you know. I always love being with him. When I'm with him, all my problems just fade away, to be honest. Like, that's the type of dude that he is. I spend the night, and then he wakes me up early as ever in the dang morning. I'm like, boy. And he's like, he didn't, because his mom was bound to come home, and he wanted to wake us up early so that his mom won't walk in and see me there, and, you know, his mom won't give him a little beat down. So we had to leave. We left, and we went to go see his friends, and this is where it gets hard. He just asked me do I have any friends, or is there a place that I can go? And I'm just like, well, you're dead ass kicking me out right now. And he's like, no, I'm not kicking you out. He's like, my mom won't let you stay. You know, my mom's strict like that too and stuff. And this is where it really gets like sad, because I don't want to leave him. I'm sorry if I get emotional. Like, I did not want to leave him. But like, I was dead ass crying. I was arguing with him because he wanted to kick me out, and I didn't understand him at the time. I didn't understand that his mom was gonna get mad. And I was like, well, I tried to text my friend, because my friend, she was dead ass crying too. She was like, oh, if you're sad, I'm sad. She was crying. She was worried for me. She was like, I don't want my best friend to be homeless. And so we were texting her, and she said that she would take me in. Like, her mom said that it was cool. She didn't say it was cool at first, but she said that she would take me in. And so we got her address, and my boyfriend drive me to her house, and he left, and I was dead ass crying. I was sad because I thought that I would never talk to him again. I had no phone, I had no nothing. I was just a mess that time. I get PTSD every time I think of it, to be honest. Like, and then I was like sitting on the stairs dead ass. Like, I couldn't even go in her house. Like, I was sitting on the stairs because she was like, her mom was at work, and her mom was finna probably trip as well. She was like, we need to wait until my mom get home so that we could ask her if you could stay. And her mom eventually get home, and her mom was nice enough to let me stay. I stayed there for a week, G. It was hard. It was very hard. I was still going to school at the time. You know, my parents, they would occasionally drop off money and clothes, and it was just very hard because, like, that was like a hard moment. That was a bumpy moment in my life. Like, it was hard because I dead ass would, I'm bougie, okay? I'm a diva. I need to look a certain way when I go to school. And my parents were dropping off some bummy ass clothes, like literally bummy clothes, G. I had to go to school looking bummy for a week. I was not having it. It was hard. I know that probably shouldn't be my biggest worry at that time, but like, I was worried, okay? Like, and plus the fact that I never been living with someone else for a week for that long. I never been away from my house for a week for that long, and eventually I just started crying because I was homesick. People was like, oh, you know, people at school, they knew that I was homeless. They was like, you should text your parents, like, this not good, you need to go home and stuff like that. I was dead ass. I was hungry all day. I was literally a homeless girl, G. I was a typical homeless girl. I went to school. I don't even eat the school's lunch, but that week when I was homeless, I was scarfing down the school's lunch. I was acting like the school's lunch was some full course meal, you know what I'm saying? Like a 5-star meal. I was scarfing down the school's lunch. People was like, my friends was like, oh, poor baby and stuff, because they knew that I was homeless. They knew that I was low-key starving. I'm not saying that my best friend's family didn't feed me, but they did. But I was just, I'm used to eating, going in the kitchen and eating whatever I want in my own house. But at my best friend's house, obviously I couldn't do that. I needed to respect them. I needed to respect their house, their belongings. I'm fat. I be wanting to eat. So when I got to school, I ate like I was a starving hoe, you know. And it was just like, people was really feeling for me. People was like, you need to go home. This not good. Like, just go home. And I was still working at the time, this little ghetto cleaner job. I would throw as much shade as I want, but like, I was working. One day, I was not expecting this, you know, I was still living with my best friend. I was working. One day, my mom walked in, my job. I went to the back, I literally was crying. And then my coworker was texting me, you know, back when me and my coworker were cool. He started texting me and was like, I'm gonna give you the all clear when she leaves, and you could come back out here. He gave me the all clear. I came back out there. He asked me if I was okay. I said, yeah, I'm fine. And then the next day, both my parents had came to my job, and they basically told me to get in the car, come home. I was dead ass scared. I was crying. I thought I was gonna get a beat down. But I came home, you know. Nothing was really said. Of course, they got an attitude eventually, but like, they didn't really yell at me. They didn't really do nothing, like. And I was really surprised, and I was actually happy that I was home. Like, a part of me was actually happy and glad, and was just very surprised. And I didn't have my phone. Like, I was dead ass on punishment for a while, but I was sad. I wanted to talk to my boyfriend. Eventually, I got my phone for school purposes only. And me and my boyfriend, we been through many ups and downs, as you guys can see, but we are still strong to this day. Even if we don't actually go out, we're still strong. And I'm very lucky to have somebody like him. I don't know what I did to ever deserve anyone like him, who would like literally stick by me through anything, no matter how many mistakes I make. So yeah, I'm grateful for the experience. You know, it was a learning experience. You know, life, that's life, G. You get learning experiences. Don't be mad, you know. And yeah, that's basically my story. I apologize for being emotional, but that's basically my story. And let me know if y'all want me to make any more story times. I'll be glad to. And like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if y'all want. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.